Today, December 13th, 2025, 12:33 a.m. in the morning. Today I just bought the usual assets, Bitcoin, kaspa, and stables with yield. And I want to update the portfolio, and at the end, want to talk about the rarest asset. Timestamp available below in the description if you want to skip it. And as you can see, everything was red again, and gold or PAX G the only green that we have currently. For kaspa, we have 1500 kaspa and 71 or $71 worth in fiat, and we still have like a minus $20 or 22%. For Bitcoin, we got $80 worth of Bitcoin, of course better than kaspa. And lastly, we have 19%, specifically $90.86 in for stable with a 5.4 yield APY. So that's basically our portfolio. Back in the day, when I was doing my undergrad, my friend and I were discussing stuff, and he asked a question that I thought at that time was kind of silly, because the answer was kind of obvious. He asked, what is the rarest asset on the earth? I thought, of course, it's money. That's why I go to school, study hard, get a job, pay bills, live happily, right? And a couple of years later, I rethinking that answer, and I learned that money is abundant since it can be created by the government or central bank. So that's why we have inflation, which basically mean the dollar become less and less valuable, not just dollar alone, but also Japanese yen, Swiss francs, Singapore dollars, everything. And I was like, it's not fair since I need to go to work and work really hard to get it, and they can just basically print it, and basically there's nothing I can do about it, right? And couples of times later, I thought gold might be the rarest asset since it's the OG. People use it back in the day when we do kingdom, empire and stuff, so that may be it, right? Gold also has inflation. There is around 4% more or less inflation every year, which means there is a new fresh mined gold added to the circulation, and on top of that there is a potential in the future to do a space mining, which enable us to mine gold in the space, other planets, or even meteor, I guess. And on top of that, it's also heavy to carry. Fast forward in the future, in the pandemic era, I discovered Bitcoin, and then I thought there is no debate about it. This might be the rarest asset on the earth since it's only 21 million. Nobody can add new Bitcoin, and it's even getting decreased by year since people forgot their seed phrase password, right? Then kaspa created in 2021. This is a better technology, faster, cheaper, but it's 28 billion instead of 21 million. So kaspa is the answer, but it also makes me a bit skeptical, because don't forget, all of this crypto is man-made. It's kind of artificial scarcity that being made. What if in the future there is a someone smarter, more genius, and creates a better technology, 100x better than kaspa or Bitcoin? Yet I didn't get the answer to what the rarest asset are. So I kind of simulate in brain, what if like a very imaginary person gives 3 options, and I should pick one: 100 tons of gold, 100k Bitcoin, or $10 billion USD. Well, USD is abundant, so not dollars, right? How about gold? Gold is heavy, and I don't even know the max of supply of gold on the earth, let alone in space. Well, might be Bitcoin then. I guess so. Then I remember back in the elementary school, my grandpa often said to me, don't waste your time, kid. You know, like parents say or give us advice here and then, so you just basically ignore them. Getting older, I think more about that, so I create another simulation in my brain. What if a better imaginary person gives me 2 options, and I can only pick one? All of the above, 100k Bitcoin, 100 tons of gold, $10 billion, or a simple additional 100 years of healthy lifespan. because when you get old, you tend to get sick. So it's healthy. It's not like vampire like immortality, which means it's not unlimited either. It's just a simple 100 years of additional lifespan. And that thought always came back to me, and I asked that question again and again and again. And in the end,